Akrura is approach.
The mood of Akrura, right? What we can learn from that, the deep mood of absorption, devotion, and then feeling ourselves very fortunate, getting the opportunity to go to Vrindavan, and at the same time keeping ourselves very unqualified. Oh, I'm not qualified, but still it's Krishna's mercy because of which I am able to go to Vrindavan, meditating at the feet of Krishna, meditating on the beautiful face of Krishna. So all that Akrura was meditating on, that's why he was just lost in his thought. He was getting lost on the way also, because he was so much lost in his thoughts. He will sometimes just cross. It happens, right? Sometimes when you are traveling on the freeway, going 75 north, and you need to take exit 53, but you are lost in some other thoughts or talking to somebody, and you miss that exit and you go further down, and then you have to take that exit and come back. Again, if you come back and again you are lost in thoughts, again you go further down. So that's what was happening with Akrura. So he's just going back and forth, traveling like that, and at the end of the day, finally he reached Vrindavan. So Akrura came, he met Krishna Balram, he met Nanda Maharaj, he told everybody that I need to take Krishna and Balram, it's Kansa's order. And Nanda Baba agrees, and he tells all the Brajvasis that get ready, collect all the things, milk, yogurt, butter, everything we need to take for Kansa as gifts, as tax for Kansa. So fill up all your bullock carts and we'll all go. And as the gopis hear this, what was their mood? Their mood of deep separation from Krishna. They are feeling that we are going to be bereft of this good fortune of having Krishna's association. The Mathuravasis, the residents of Mathuras, are going to be so fortunate. They will have darshan of Krishna. It will be festival for their eyes. Be able to see Krishna. And next day morning, they come out, they try to stop Krishna. They try to stop Akrurji from going. They hold on to the horses, they hold on to the chariot wheels, they hold on to the rings of the horses, they hold on to the Akrura, they hold on to hands of Krishna, we will not let you go. Some gopis lie on the floor, on the ground in front of the chariot. Akrurji, if you want to go, you have to go over our bodies, otherwise we will not let you go. बोलते हैं जैसे फिल्मी डायलॉग भी होता है, तुम्हें जाना है तो मेरी लाश के ऊपर से गुजर कर. So gopis were in that mood. If you want to take Krishna from us, it is like we will be dead without Krishna. So you go over our bodies. So that is what we discussed last time. Today we'll move on and move to Krishna's Mathura Leela. How Krishna enters into Mathura and what kind of pastimes Krishna performed in Mathura. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
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 Narayanam Namaskritya Naram Cheva Narottamam Devim Saraswatim Vyasam Tato Jayam Mudhiraye Nashtaprayeshu Abhadreshu Nityam Bhagavata Sevaya Bhagavate Uttama Shloke Bhaktir Bhavati Naishiki Satchidananda Rupaya Vishvotpatyadi Hetave Tapatraya Vinashaya Sri Krishnaya Vayam Namaha Krishnaya Vasudevaya Devaki Nandanaya Cha Nanda Gopa Kumaraya Govindayo Namo Namaha Namaha Pankaj Nabhaya Namaha Pankaj Maline Namaha Pankajangri यं ब्रह्म वरुणेन्द्र रुद्र मरुता स्तुवन्ति दिव्यैस्त्वयि वेदे सङ्गपदक्रमोपनिषदे गायन्ति यं सामगा ध्यानवस्थिततद्गतेन मनसा पश्यन्ति यं योगिनो यस्यान्तं न विदुः देवयः तस्मै नमः देवयः तस्मै नमः। श्री कृष्ण चंद्र भगवान की जय। ग्रंथराज श्रीमद् भागवतम की जय। श्रील प्रभुपाद की जय। Hare Krishna. So I'm going to cut short on some of the pastimes of Akrura's traveling back from Vrindavan to Mathura. I described that more in detail what I recorded for the Hare Krishna TV. Because of the time limit, I'm cutting short here. So while Akrura was traveling back from Vrindavan to Mathura, all the residents, Nanda Baba with his all Brajbasis, Gopals, he is also traveling in their bullock carts. Akrura came to Yamuna and he stopped his chariot at Yamuna to pay obeisances, to do his Sandhya Vandan, his Gayatri, take bath in Yamuna, because that is a custom. When you go to any holy river, you should offer your prayers, take bath there, sprinkle some water on your head. So Akrura got down, Krishna and Balram also got down, so they went to Yamuna, they washed their hands and feet, and they came back and sat on the chariot. So then Akrura went. And Akrura went inside Yamuna. He stood inside the waters of Yamuna. He saw a wonderful scene. He saw Krishna and Balram also inside the waters of Yamuna. He was surprised. He came back. He saw Krishna and Balram sitting on the chariot. Again went down in the waters. Again saw Krishna and Balram in the Yamuna. Again came back, saw Krishna and Balram on the chariots. His head was spinning. Krishna and Balram are here also in the chariot. They are in the waters of Yamuna. He again went inside. Now he saw a wonderful scene. He saw Ananta Sesh in the waters of Yamuna. And on Ananta Sesh, Lord Narayan was resting. So Krishna and Balram, they showed their form as Ananta Sesh and Narayan. And Akrura paid offerings. He paid obeisances to the Lord. He offered his prayers to the Lord. Glorified the Lord. And as he came back, he was in a surprised mood. His face expressions were as if he is very surprised. Krishna asked him jokingly, "My dear uncle, have you seen something wonderful on this earth or in the sky or in the waters? क्या आपको धरती पर या आकाश में या पानी के अंदर कुछ अद्भुत चीज दिखाई दी है? Have you seen something wonderful?" And Akrura also, knowing, Akrura also replied, "Whatever wonderful is on the earth or in the sky or in the water, everything is within you. Having seen you, there is nothing else wonderful left to be seen." आपका दर्शन कर लिया, आपको देख लिया, तो अभी कुछ देखना बाकी नहीं है. You are everywhere. You are here, you are there, you are everywhere. Right? As we sing, Ito Narasimha, Parato Narasimha, Yato Yato Yami, Tato Narasimha. So Akrura is saying, "My dear Lord, you are here, you are there, you are everywhere." So then Akrura drove the chariot and he came on the banks, on the outskirts of Mathura, where Nand Baba has already reached. So Nanda Maharaj has already arrived. Why Akrura took so long? Because Akrura went into the waters and he was going back and forth to chariot and waters. And then he took long time to take shower and offer his Gayatri and prayers. So by the time Akrura came, Nanda Baba was already there. They had stopped on the outskirts. They said, "We will just stay here tonight and we will come tomorrow in the assembly of Maharaj Kamsa." So next day was the festival which Kamsa has organized. So it's already little evening time. And Akrura prayed to Krishna that, "You please come with me, you come to my home. You are the abode of everything, everybody. As soon as your foot enter into my home," जैसे ही आपके पद, आपके पैर मेरे घर के अंदर पड़ेंगे, मेरा घर पवित्र हो जाएगा. My house will be sanctified. All my ancestors, they will be blessed. So you please come to my home. And he prayed to Krishna, "Deva Deva Jagannatha Punyah Shravana Kirtana Yadu उत्तम श्लोक नारायण नमोस्तुते. Deva Deva Jagannatha, you are the master of the whole universe. You are the master of all the demigods. Punya Shravana Kirtana, glorifying you, hearing about your glories, that is the most auspicious thing. Please you come to my home. And he prayed many different things. But Krishna said, my dear uncle, you go, you tell Kamsa we will come tomorrow in his assembly. And I will come to your home after I have finished my task. पहले मुझे अपना काम करना है. क्या काम करना है? I need to release my relatives from the prison house of Kamsa. I need to kill Kamsa. पहले मैं अपना काम कर लूं, फिर आपके घर पर आऊंगा. फिर आराम से बैठ के चाय पानी करेंगे. So Akrura went. He informed Kamsa that I have brought Krishna and Balram. The news went into the whole Mathura city. Krishna and Balram has come. Yes, they have come. Everybody was thinking, yes, Kamsa had sent Akrura to bring Krishna and Balram. Even Kamsa was doubtful. I have sent Akrura, but will they come? Will they come? All the residents of Mathura, all the Puravasis, right, they were thinking, will Krishna and Balram really come? But now the news went, they have come. They have already come. So we will have the opportunity to see them now. So the news went and all the Mathura residents are so excited to see Krishna and Balram. Now just a little more recap. If we think, Narad Muni had come and told Kamsa the reality of Krishna. Krishna is not the son of Nanda and Yashoda. He is the son of Vasudeva and Devaki. Kamsa had sent already so many demons to kill Krishna, but he was not successful. But now he heard that, oh, Krishna is the 8th son of Devaki and Vasudeva, so he was very angry. And why Narad Muni told Narad Muni in his inner mind, Narad was feeling, see, you have tried so much, you have troubled so many people, now it's time for your death. Abhi tumhe mar jana chahiye. So call your death here and just get killed. And you have this elephant, Kovalya Pida. So Narada was giving all these different ideas to Kamsa. So you have tried so many times, you could not kill them. Now call them here and try to kill them here. See, try to escape from your death. अपनी मृत्यु से बचने का प्रबंध करो. So you have tried to kill them there, but now call them here and try to kill them here. But in inner mood of Narada is call them here and get killed now. You have this Kovalya Pida, which has the strength of 1,000 elephants. He is also burden on earth. Get this Kovalya Pida also killed. Now you have these big wrestlers, Chanura, Mushtika, Kuta, Shata, Toshata, Shana, Toshana, whatever, something like that their names are. I think Shata, Toshata, something. And so you have all these wrestlers, they are also so powerful. उनको क्यों सजा के रखा है? उनको भी बुलाओ कृष्ण को, उनको भी मरवा दो. So that is Narada's mood. So Kamsa finally called him. Now he got the news. Yes, Krishna has arrived. Now I will kill him here in the Mathura. Kamsa was thinking कि अपनी गली में तो कुत्ता भी शेर होता है. So I tried to kill Krishna there. I was not able to. I will call him here. So actually he was thinking himself a dog. Right? अपनी गली में तो कुत्ता भी शेर होता है. So he was thinking अपने घर पर बुलाकर कृष्ण को मारूंगा. So Krishna has come. Now Akrura went home. All the residents of Mathura, they're excited. Krishna told Nanda Baba, I want to go visit the city of Mathura. So I will go with my friends and we'll go just roam around Mathura and we'll come back. And Nanda Baba told Krishna, be careful, this is not Vrindavan. This is Mathura city. In Vrindavan you do many naughty things. You do a lot of pranks. But here, if you make any mistake, the soldiers of Kamsa, they will catch you and they will try to punish you. So don't make any mischievous act. किसी चीज को छूना नहीं, किसी चीज को हाथ नहीं लगाना, जाओ घूम के आ जाओ. Krishna said, yeah, Babaji, Baba, yes, I will not make any naughty things, mischievous things. I will go and just look at the big tall buildings. See, गांव के लोग पहली बार शहर में आए तो उनको रहता ना, शहर में बड़ी बड़ी ऊंची ऊंची इमारतें देख के, दिस ऑल टॉल बिल्डिंग्स, दे आर एक्साइटेड टू सी ऑल दैट, द ऑपुलेंसेस ऑफ द सिटी. So Krishna along with Balram and all the Gopals, all his cowherd friends, Krishna went into Mathura. All the residents of Mathura, they are so excited. बच्चे लोग आ रहे हैं बाहर, जा देख के जाते हैं कृष्ण को, घर पर जाकर फिर से बोलते हैं. They come see Krishna and they again go back and tell, yeah, we saw Krishna, we saw Krishna. Then other people come on the streets to see Krishna. All the women of Mathura who cannot come out of the houses, they get onto the ceilings on the rooftops, they come in the balconies to see Krishna. And whichever they were, whatever task they were doing, somebody was doing their makeup or their shringar, तो एक कान में बाली पहना, दूसरे में पहना नहीं, आ गए ऐसी. What if we miss Krishna? वो लोग आए हैं थोड़ी देर के लिए, they will go back. What if we miss Krishna? So they don't want to miss a sight of Krishna. Whatever they are doing, just leave and come. As the gopis had already forecasted. Right, so उनका क्या हुआ, भविष्यवाणी सत्य हो रहा है. They had forecasted. For us it's torture now. We are bereft of this good fortune, but it is good fortune for residents of Mathura. They will be able to see Krishna. So as Krishna was going on the way, first person Krishna met was a washerman, Dhobi. He is also called Rangakar because he dyes clothes. कपड़ों को डाई करते हैं, उनको रंगते हैं. And this Dhobi, this washerman is a personal servant of Kamsa. कंस का खास धोबी है, कंस के कपड़े धोता है खुद के. So this washerman was coming, washing the clothes in the waters of Yamuna. After drying them, he was coming back, loading it onto the, what do you call, asses. गधों के ऊपर लाद के वो बड़े बड़े गठरियां. He was bringing all those clothes, going back to the palace of Kamsa to deliver. कपड़ों को धो के, सुखा के, इस्त्री करके, he was going to deliver. And all the junior washermen, जो उसके subordinates थे, so they are all were following him. So Krishna came across this washerman. Krishna addressed this washerman very nicely, very gently, very politely. My dear washerman, you have so many nice clothes. Can you please give some clothes to me and my brother Balram? We came from village and we are wearing these village clothes. Now we are in the city, so we will like to get clothes as per the city custom. अभी शहर जैसे कपड़े पहने हैं, गांव में तो धोती कुर्ता पहने थे, अभी जीन्स टी शर्ट पहनना है. And this washerman became very angry. He started shouting at Krishna. He started swearing. गाली देने लगा. अपनी शक्ल देखी है, गांव के छोकरे यहाँ पर आकर अपने आप को समझते क्या हो? What do you think about yourself? तुम्हें राजा के वस्त्र चाहिए. These are the royal clothes and you are asking for the royal clothes. Run away from here. If the soldiers of Kamsa come, they hear this, they will punish you. They will beat you. They may kill you also. So he started chastising Krishna and Balram. He started shouting at them. And Krishna said, क्या हुआ? What is the problem? I am also saying same thing. We came from village. We don't have proper clothes. We want the cloth as per the city custom. Tomorrow we need to go to the assembly of Kamsa. We are the chief guest. So we need some proper clothes. So that's what we are requesting you. And that person kept swearing. He kept chastising Krishna. And Krishna, he got angry. Krishna ने एक थप्पड़ मारा, उसका सर धड़ से अलग होकर नीचे गिर पड़ा. तो जैसे हम लोग कभी मच्छर आ जाए ना चेहरे के आसपास, आप ऐसे हाथ हाथ हिलाते हो थोड़ा मच्छर भगाने के लिए. तो कृष्णा ने जस्ट ऐसे थोड़ा हाथ हिलाया, उसका सर कट के गिर पड़ा. He doesn't use any weapon, any sword or knife or anything. Just one slap and that person, his head cut off from his head and from his body and fell onto the ground. And all the other washermen, they saw this, सब में पूरा हड़बड़ मच गया, पूरा आतंक छा गया. उसको बोलते हैं कि अगर आप किसी यात्रा पे जा रहे हो and you get a darshan of a dhobi, it is considered as a success of your journey. It's considered as auspicious. कि अगर धोबी का चेहरा दिख जाए तो auspicious माना जाता है. So Krishna first saw this washerman, now he killed him also. उसका मर्डर भी कर डाला. शहर में आए, शहर में आते ही एक मर्डर कर दिया. Now what will happen? Kansa's soldier will come, they will try to catch him. Nothing happened. Kansa told, don't bother, let him just roam around Mathura, kal dekhenge usko, jo karna hai uske saath. And Kansa went, went into the Rangashala and looking at all the arrangements there, did not pay any attention jo bhi ho raha hai. So Krishna killed the washerman, all the washermen, other washermen ran away. Why Krishna got angry? Actually it says this washerman has a connection from Ramalila. This washerman was the same washerman during Lord Ram's Leela when Ram had come back from the exile. He had become the king. And this washerman, once his wife was out of the house for one night, and as she came back, this washerman did not accept her. The washerman told, I am not like Ram. I am not too much attached to you like Ram. As Ram is so much attached to Sita, Sita stayed in somebody else's house for a year and still he accepted her. Ram istri lampat hoga, main istri lampat nahi hu. You get out of this house. I will not accept you. So he did not accept his wife, and actually he put blame on Mother Sita also. And at that time, Lord Ram, being Maryada Purushottam, he was ideal king. To fulfill his responsibility towards the citizen, actually Ram sent Mother Sita out of the palace. She was sent to the ashram of Valmiki ji. So Ram, because he was Maryada Purushottam that time, but now in Krishna Leela, he is Leela Purushottam. उसके ऊपर थोड़ा खुंदक था जो खुंदक निकालना है. So Krishna killed that washerman and delivered him. उसका उद्धार कर दिया. And all these clothes, they were all fallen on the floor, on the ground. So Krishna, Balaram, all the Gopa boys, they went ahead and picked whatever clothes, whoever liked whichever clothes, they picked those clothes and they started wearing those clothes. तो जिसको जो पसंद आया सबने उठा के वो कपड़े पहन लिए. Now all these are big clothes. Like Kamsa has his huge size, all Kamsa's royal clothes. So nobody is fitting anybody. Krishna ने उठा के कोई झोगा पहन लिया, कुर्ता नीचे से धोती पहन लिया, but it's so big. So they just put on the clothes and they moved further. And the news spread. Enter होते ही एक को टपका डाला. एक का murder कर दिया. Now nobody want to show that kind of mess up with Krishna now. So as Krishna moved forward, there was one tailor. एक दर्जी था. Weaver. So this weaver, he took his scissor, अपना क्या लिया उसने, कैंची लिया, सुई धागा लिया. He came forward. So this tailor approached Krishna that you are wearing these big clothes, these are not fitting you. Allow me to do some fitting for you. तो अभी फिटिंग का जमाना है, इतने खुले वस्त्र पहन रहे हो, इतने ओपन वस्त्र पहने आपने बड़े बड़े. आजकल फिटिंग का जमाना है. शहर से आते हैं तो शहर में तो खुला धोती कुर्ता पहनते हैं. शहर में आते ही क्या है, स्किन टाइट जीन्स. तो फिटिंग का जमाना है. So I will do little fitting. Allow me to serve you. So Krishna said, yeah, sure. I have to catch you. I have to take some measurements and I will fit these clothes on your body. So Krishna is just standing, okay, do whatever you need to do. So he took his scissor, जहाँ से बड़ा था, काटा, सुई धागे से उसको सिला. So वहीं पर खड़े खड़े कृष्ण बलराम के पहने उसने कपड़ों को काट छाट के सुई धागे से पूरा फिटिंग कर दिया, nice fitting. And he made nice cloth ornaments. कपड़ों के अच्छे अच्छे आभूषण बना के he dressed Krishna and Balaram nicely. And Krishna blessed that tailor that you will have good fortune, you will have lot of opulence and good and enough strength for your senses, long life. So Krishna blessed him. And this tailor, this also has connection from Ramalila. Who was this tailor in Ramalila? In Ramalila also he was a tailor in Janakpuri. When Krishna and Balram entered in Mathura, same way as Ram and Lakshman had come to Mithila, Janakpuri. When Ram broke that bow, Shiva Dhanush, and this wedding was arranged, Janak Maharaj called the tailor. I want to get one nice dress stitched for Lord Ram for the wedding. राम के लिए शादी का जोड़ा बनवाना है. अभी भी कस्टम है ना, जब when there is a wedding, the in-laws, the daughter's side, the girl's side, they will send the wedding dress for the boy. So जनक महाराज ने सोचा राम जी के लिए अच्छा सा शादी का जोड़ा बनवाना है. So they called one tailor, showed Ram's picture. इनके लिए एक शादी का अच्छा सा जोड़ा बनाओ. And the tailor said, I can make the dress, but it will be better if I can take the measurements, so I can make a nice proper fitting dress. जनक जी said, no, that's not allowed. You just अगर बना सकते हो तो बनाओ, नहीं तो दर्जी और बहुत सारे हैं, हम किसी और से बनवा लेंगे. So this tailor, he agreed. He made the dress based on his estimates. तो ये जो दर्जी लोग होते हैं ना, आपको देख के उनको आइडिया आ जाता है कि अच्छा इसका कितना साइज है, कमर 36 है कि 38 है. So he made the dress, पर उसके हृदय में, in his heart, he had this one lamentation, one desire unfulfilled. What if I could have touched Lord Ram? उनको अपने हाथ से छू पाता, उनका माप ले पाता, उनको अपने हाथ से कपड़े पहना के फिटिंग देख पाता. So that desire was unfulfilled. And when Lord Ram came as Krishna, so this tailor was also there as a tailor again in Mathura, and Lord Krishna fulfilled his desire. उस टाइम पे तो भगवान को छू नहीं पाया नाप लेने के लिए. अभी खड़े हैं सामने, छू लो जहाँ छूना है, ले लो जो माप लेना है, जहाँ से माप लेना है ले लो. So he stitched all the clothes nicely and Krishna blessed him. So अभी कपड़े मिल गए, फिटिंग भी हो गया, अभी थोड़ा डेकोरेशन चाहिए, थोड़ा श्रृंगार होना चाहिए. So Krishna moved forward, and in Mathura there was one very nice florist, garland maker. एक माली था, वो बहुत सुंदर माला बनाता था, फूल माला. So he'll pluck nice flowers and he'll make fresh garlands. And he was very famous in Mathura. And his speciality was his garlands were only for the purpose of decorating the lords. तो सिर्फ भगवान के सजाने के लिए ही गार्लैंड देता था अपने बनाए हुए. कोई उसके पास जाए, if somebody goes, हमारा आज शादी है, हमें थोड़ा गार्लैंड बना के दे दो, भागो यहाँ से, तुम्हारे लिए नहीं है, run away from here. These garlands are only to decorate the lords. सिर्फ देव पूजा के लिए ही माला है. And once Ugrasen Maharaj, when Ugrasen Maharaj got married, wife of Ugrasen Maharaj requested for garland and he denied. I will not give my garland. And Ugrasen Maharaj actually knew, so he asked for forgiveness for even asking him for giving the garland. So Ugrasen Maharaj knew this very well and he respected. But as Kansa became the king, after throwing Ugrasen in the prison house and he became the king, now he forced this Mali, this florist, you give your garlands to me for my decoration. And this Mali, gardener, he was very upset. He was very unhappy that my garlands are only to decorate the Lord, not to decorate this cruel Kamsa. So he stopped making the garlands. Kamsa's sevak, his servant, came, where are the garlands? He said, I cannot make garlands, I am too old now, I cannot see. So he stopped making garlands altogether. Now, when the news spread in Mathura, Kamsa had asked a crew to bring Krishna and Balram. So this gardener, this florist also heard the news. Kal Krishna Balram aane wale hain Mathura. So tomorrow Krishna and Balram are going to come in Mathura. And he had heard about Krishna and Balram. Krishna is the 8th son of Devaki Vasudev. He is the appearance of the Lord. वो तो भगवान का अवतार है, वो तो पालनहार है, कंस का वध करने के लिए आए. He has appeared to kill Kamsa. So this florist was very excited that tomorrow I will make garlands for Krishna. I will offer my garlands to Krishna. That will be the success of my life. So the day before, he started making arrangement. He went to the market, bought the new needle and the thread. Everything he prepared. He went to his garden. He spoke to the trees. He considered his trees like his son, his children. मेरे पुत्रों, कल तुम्हारा भाग्य उदय होने जा रहा है. कल तुम्हारे ऊपर इतने सुंदर सुंदर फूलों को उगाओ कि जिसको भगवान के लिए माला बनाने के लिए यूज कर सकें. So he spoke to the trees. Let all these nice flowers blossom on you. And he just slept there at night, speaking to the trees like that. In the morning, as he woke up, what did he see? All the trees are laden with flowers. सिर्फ फूल ही फूल दिख रहे हैं पूरे सब वृक्षों के ऊपर, उनके कोई फूल पत्तियां शाखा कुछ दिख ही नहीं रहा, सब फूल ही फूल सब जगह. So he plucked nice flowers and he went to the home, started making garland. He is so much absorbed in making garland, he doesn't even know Krishna and Balaram has already come. They are already in Mathura and they are coming. And Krishna knows. He knows about this florist. Krishna knows everything. He is in heart of everybody. He knows my devotee. He is waiting for me. He is preparing nice garlands for me. So Krishna asked, there is one gardener, one florist. His name was also Sudama. So this florist's name is also Sudama, not Sudama Brahman, but his name is also Sudama. There is one Sudam in Vrindavan also, Krishna's cowherd friend, Sudam. So this florist, Krishna asked, Sudam का घर कहाँ है? वो जो माली है, माला बनाने वाला, उसका घर कहाँ है? So people are telling, go this way, that way, and everybody is watching Krishna, following Krishna, कि आज कृष्णा स्वयं चलकर उस माली के घर पर जा रहे हैं. So Krishna entered, he knocked on the door, this florist came out, saw Krishna and Balaram standing there at the door. He fell down at the floor, paid obeisances, brought Krishna Balaram inside. My lord, please come inside, have this seat. Washed their feet, offered them nice fruits. And he even forgot, I was making garlands to offer to them. Krishna said, do you have some garlands for us? Bhagwan ne मांग के garland लिया. Krishna is asking, do you have some garlands for us? And this florist, oh, please forgive me, I completely forgot. He brought the nice garland, he offered to Balramji, he offered to all the cowherd boys, and one special garland which he had made for Krishna, he offered to that garland to Krishna. And Krishna blessed that florist. May you have good amount of wealth. जैसे जैसे तुम्हारा परिवार बढ़ता जाए, तुम्हारा धन संपत्ति भी बढ़ता जाए. May you have good strength, long duration of life. And he actually regained his youth. भगवान ने उसको क्या आशीर्वाद दिया कि जैसे जैसे तुम्हारा परिवार बढ़े, तुम्हारा धन संपत्ति भी बढ़ता जाए. In this world what happens, sometimes person is very rich, but as his family grows, that wealth is not enough for the family. Then that person seems like a poor person. अगर अकेला है तो बहुत धनवान है, अभी घर में 10 लोग और हैं, तो then that same amount of wealth seems less. But उसको आशीर्वाद दिया जैसे जैसे तुम्हारा परिवार बढ़ता जाए, तुम्हारा धन संपत्ति भी बढ़ता जाए. It said in Mathura, till now also, all the florists जो माली लोग हैं, वो बहुत संपन्न लोग हैं. बाकियों के तुलना में माली, they are very rich relatively. So this florist said, I don't need all these things. Please fulfill what I desire. And Krishna asked, okay, what do you desire? And this florist said, please grant me devotion at your lotus feet, life after life. That's all I want. I don't need all these different other blessings, good amount of wealth and the physical strength and long duration of life. All I want is bhakti at your lotus feet, life after life. So Krishna blessed him. So now Krishna got the decorations also, nice garlands. And Krishna came out, they moved forward, looking at the city, enjoying the Mathura city, looking at different buildings and all the residents of Mathura. They are looking at the beauty of Krishna. As they move forward, who is next? Next comes Kubja. Krishna saw one woman coming from the front. In her hand she is carrying a golden basket, and in that basket she has many bowls filled with sandalwood paste of different flavors and different fragrances. And this woman, her name was Trivakra. She was bent from the back, a hunchback, Kubja. Her face, from face she was very beautiful. But because she was bent, she did not look as beautiful, and people will make fun of her. Hey Kubja, kahan ja rahi hai? So all the boys will walk behind her, they will comment on her. So she will keep a big curtain, or ghungat dal ke, veil. And as she is walking on the street, that's how she will walk. And she is also personal servant of Kamsa. So she is taking all those sandalwood paste to apply on Kamsa, to decorate Kamsa, to massage Kamsa and the other royal family members, the queens. So Krishna came in front of this Kubja. Now see, this Kubja is called Trivakra. She's bent at three places. So mainly at the back, she's a hunchback. Krishna also bends at three places. Right? But Krishna's bending is increasing the beauty of Krishna. Krishna is called Tribhanga, who is bent at three places. When Krishna holds his flute and stands, he's bending at three places. He's bending his leg, he's bending his knee, and then arm, right? The elbow. Krishna is called Tribhanga. And this Kubja, because of her bent, she is looking ugly. She is called Trivakra, जिसके शरीर में तीन जगह पर विकार है. So Krishna came in front of her and addressed, "Oh beautiful one, हे सुंदरी, कहाँ जा रही हो? ये जो चंदन है वो किसके लिए लेके जा रही हो?" So now Krishna, why he is addressing her, "Hey Sundari"? Is Krishna joking with her? He is also commenting on her, taunting on her. So Krishna actually is not taunting. Krishna is addressing her beautiful, because from face she is beautiful, but she has this hunchback. And Krishna thought, I'm going to make her beautiful now. So Krishna is addressing, "Hey Sundari, ये चंदन किसके लिए लेके जा रही हो? Can you give this little chandan to me?" And this girl, Kubja, she looked at Krishna and she saw the beauty of Krishna. She also addressed Krishna, "Hey Sundar, of course this chandan is for you only, this sandalwood is for you only. तुम्हें नहीं दूंगी तो किसको दूंगी?" So she saw the beauty of Krishna and she forget she is servant of Kamsa. If she did not take all that sandalwood paste to Kamsa, Kamsa will be very angry and he may punish her. But she had no fear. She did not think of what will happen to my job. I have got this central government job. I am personal servant of Kamsa. So what will happen to my job? I have been given a nice government flat also, right? Government residential apartment. तो मेरा जितने भी सब ड्यूज, ये सब इनकम और ये facilities हैं, all those will be taken away. But she had no fear. She said, "Of course, I will give it to you." And Krishna said, "See, you are so expert." So पहला क्या था? एक रंगकार था, और कुब्जा क्या है? वो अंगकार है. धोबी है, कपड़े रंगता था. ये कुब्जा क्या है? ये फेस के ऊपर डेकोरेशन करती है चंदन से. So she is अंगकार. अंगराख लेकर जा रही है. जो चंदन का पेस्ट है उसको बोलते हैं अंगराख. तो अंगराख लेकर जा रही है सजाने के लिए. And Krishna said, "You are very expert in decoration. Why don't you do with your own hands?" And all the residents of Mathura, all the other women, they are thinking how fortunate this Kubja is. She is getting the opportunity to touch Krishna, to decorate the face of Krishna. So she took the nice sandalwood paste and started applying on the face of Krishna. Krishna said, "Start with Dauji. बड़े भैया का पहले करो." ऐसे अच्छा नहीं लगता, बड़े भैया खड़े हैं और तुम मेरा डेकोरेशन करिए. You see, decorated Dauji first, Balram ji. Balram's complexion is fair, white. तो बलराम जी गोरे रंग के हैं, तो उनके ऊपर नीले रंग से जो मिक्स्ड चंदन था उसके साथ उनका डेकोरेशन किया. एंड कृष्णा इज ब्लूइश ब्लैकिश इन कम्प्लेक्शन. तो कृष्णा का पीले रंग से, जिसके अंदर कुमकुम केसर डाला हुआ है, उसके साथ, उस चंदन के साथ कृष्णा के मुख पर डेकोरेशन किया. तो जो गोरे थे उनको काला बना दिया, जो काले थे उनको गोरा बना दिया. So she did nice decoration on Krishna and Balram. Now Krishna got clothes, fitting, garlands, decoration, and then the face decorated also. अच्छे से पत्रा बलि भी हो गया चेहरे पे ऊपर. Now Krishna said, "I need to bless this girl." So how to bless? इसको भी सुंदरी बना देते हैं. So Krishna held one hand from the back. एक हाथ से उसकी बैक को सपोर्ट किया. Krishna moved forward with his toes. He stepped onto the toes of Kubja. उसके अपने पैरों से कुब्जा के पैर के ऊपर थोड़ा दबाव डाला. एक हाथ से उसकी बैक को सपोर्ट करते हुए, with 2 fingers, Krishna kept under the chin, and Krishna just give one jerk. एक थोड़ा सा झटका दिया और उसको सीधा कर दिया. तो वो जो कुब्जा 3 जगह से बेंड थी, she was hunchback, she became straight now. So she became very beautiful. Not just her hunchback was gone, she became more beautiful by the touch of Krishna. And all the women of Mathura, they were surprised. She got so much fortune. She was touched by Krishna. And everybody is thinking, we should also go. We should also try to serve Krishna. हमें उसको इतना सुंदर बना दिया, हमारा शायद बुढ़ापा हमें जवानी मिल जाए शायद. We will become little younger. So everybody is coming. थोड़ा हम भी थोड़ा पुष्प अर्पण करते हैं, थोड़ा चंदन अर्पण करते हैं, कुछ माला बना के डालते हैं. So we should also get some opportunity. So Krishna blessed this Kubja also. Now who is this Kubja from Ram Leela? No. The people sometimes think this Kubja is Manthara. She was also hunchback. वो भी कुबड़ी थी, ये भी कुबड़ी है, तो ऐसे रिलेशन निकालने का कोशिश करते हैं. Actually, this Kubja was Shupnakha. So Shupnakha had come to Krishna, come to Lord Ram, and she was attracted towards Lord Ram. She was so mesmerized by seeing the beauty of Lord Ramachandra. She came. आते ही उसको प्रपोज कर दिया. तुम सबसे सुंदर पुरुष हो, मैं सबसे सुंदर स्त्री हूँ, एक दूसरे के लिए बने, आओ हम विवाह कर लेते हैं. So Lord Ram rejected her, and Lakshman cut off the nose of Shurupnakha when she tried to attack on Sita. So उस समय पर तो भगवान ने शूर्पणखा को ठुकरा दिया, उसका नाक काट के उसको कुरूप बना दिया. तो सुंदर रूप बनाकर आई थी, उसको कुरूपवती कर दिया. After that, she went to Ravan, she went to Kharadushan, all those got killed. She went to Ravan, and then finally all that happened. After she had gone to Ravan and Ravan came to kidnap Sita and all, did we hear anything about Shurupnakha? What happened to her? She disappeared. There's nothing, nowhere in Ramayana, anything mentioned about Shurupnakha. What happened to her? Actually, Shurupnakha, she did a lot of austerities to get Lord Ram as her husband. She pleased Lord Shiva, and Lord Shiva appeared in front of Shurupnakha and asked for the boon, and she said, I want to marry Ram. Lord Shiva said, that's not possible. वो तो समय चला गया अभी. So he will come in his next appearance as Krishna, and that time he will accept you, he will bless you that time. So that Shurupnakha that time, now she had come as Kubja, this Trivakra. She is in Mathura as a servant of Kamsa. उस समय पर उसको सुंदरी से करूप बनाया था. इस बार कृष्ण ने सोचा इसको थोड़ा सुंदरी वापस बना देते हैं. Krishna cured her hunchback and made her a beautiful girl. As soon as now she got that beauty and all that things fixed, she got youth, and she immediately held on to the clothes of Krishna. उसके अंदर क्या हुआ? काम भावना. As Shurupnakha wanted to marry Ram, same way now she is holding on to Krishna. You come with me to my home. चलो अभी घर चलते हैं. And Krishna said, yes, definitely I will come to your home. But first let me finish my task. पहले मुझे अपना काम समाप्त करने दो. तुम्हारे घर अवश्य आऊंगा. हमारे जैसे मुसाफिरों के लिए तुम्हारा घर ही तो एक आश्रय है. तुम्हारे घर पे हमें आश्रय नहीं मिलेगा तो और कहाँ मिलेगा? So we will definitely come. So Krishna promised, I will come to your home. And she left. Krishna, definitely he went after killing Kamsa and all. Krishna went to her home, and Krishna relieved her from that lust also. Krishna put his feet on the chest of this Kubja, who is no more Kubja anymore, and Krishna removed all that Kandarpa, that snake, the lust, the calm in her heart. So after delivering this Kubja, after recovering her from her hunchback, Krishna moved forward. Now Krishna is asking everybody, all the citizens, can you tell me where is this Yagyashala? where this nice bow is kept, जो धनुष रखा गया है यज्ञ के लिए. And this dhanush also has a connection. When Narada had come to Kamsa, Narada was telling Kamsa, right, giving all the ideas, what all you should do. You should arrange for this Dhanur Yagya. Call Krishna and Balram. If Krishna can break this bow, then it will confirm if he is going to kill you. Because one sage had told Kamsa, whoever will break this bow, he will kill you. तो नारद ने बोला कंसा को, कंस कृष्णा को बुलाओ, अगर उसने धनुष तोड़ दिया तो कंफर्म हो जाएगा कि उसी के हाथों मृत्यु होगी. बट बिफोर ही इज एबल टू ब्रेक, यू कैन ट्राई टू किल हिम, सो यू कैन ट्राई टू एस्केप योर डेथ. सो नाउ कृष्णा इज आस्किंग ऑल द मथुरा वासीज, कैन यू टेल अस वेयर इज दिस यज्ञशाला, यहाँ पर वो धनुष रखा गया. पीपल आर टेलिंग, या यू गो हियर एंड दिस इज वेयर द यज्ञशाला इज. सो कृष्णा केम टू दिस प्लेस वेयर दिस बो इज केप्ट. So this is also the bow of Lord Shiva. Two bows, one was with Janak Maharaj, second is with Kamsa now. And that bow was broken by Lord Ramachandra, right? One was with Janak Maharaj. And in Janak Maharaj, who had given to Janak Maharaj? Parshuram. See, you got the question for tomorrow. So, one bow Lord Ramchandra broke, and now this is the second one. So Krishna came to the Yajnashala, although there are a lot of soldiers who are guarding that Yajnashala, guarding that dhanush. Nobody should come close and try to harm this bow. So Krishna came there. Krishna said, we are villagers, we came from village, we are just wandering around this city, looking at the beauty of this city. Can we come a little closer? इस धनुष को थोड़ा पास से देख सकते हैं क्या? So the soldiers, small children only, क्या कर लेंगे? So they said, yeah, you can come. So Krishna came closer, and Krishna all of a sudden just lifted that bow. और एक ही झटके से धनुष को उठा लिया और उसके दो टुकड़े कर दिए. देखते ही देखते everybody was awoke. They're thinking, what happened all of a sudden? All of a sudden Krishna lifted the bow and broke it into two pieces. So it confirmed Kamsa is going to die now. So all the soldiers, they were very angry and they came forward, they rushed towards Krishna to attack on Krishna. So Krishna and Balram, they both took one piece of that bow. धनुष के टूटे हुए दो टुकड़ों का एक एक टुकड़ा लिया और उसी से पूरे सब जो सैनिक थे उनको मारना शुरू किया. धनुष के टूटे हुए टुकड़ों से मार मार के सब सैनिकों को भी मार डाला. जो कुछ मर गए, कुछ भाग गए कंस को बताने के लिए कि क्या हो गया. So Krishna entered Mathura. पहले तो धोबी का मर्डर किया. Now he has killed so many other soldiers also. So after all that incident, now it's night time. Sunset has happened. So Krishna came back where Nand Baba was staying, outskirts of Mathura. So Krishna and Balram, they washed their feet and they ate their dinner. In the dinner, what did they eat? Milk and rice. So they drank the milk and ate the rice, or mixed the rice with milk. How? Not exactly like kheer. Some say yes, it's kheer, like cooked rice cooked with milk. But how many of you have ate just plain boiled rice dipped in milk? Right? That's the custom there. It's a very common meal. So Krishna and Balram ate rice and milk, and they slept peacefully at night. तो उनको किसी बात का कोई चिंता नहीं है. They are not scared. They are not worried कि अभी क्या होगा, कंसा क्या करेगा. We have killed Kamsa's personal servant Dhobi, Kamsa's soldier. His army will come and attack, or what will happen. So they have no worry. They just slept peacefully. Two people could not sleep that night. One was Kamsa. Kamsa got all these news, what all has happened in the city. कितनों को मार डाला कृष्णा ने. And now bow is broken, so Kamsa is now very scared in the heart. अभी मरने वाला हूँ. फिर भी वो नहीं सोच रहा कि मैं सरेंडर कर दूं, कि भगवान के हाथों मरने जा रहा हूँ, मुक्ति मिलेगी. He is still in the mood of enmity. Kamsa is trying to sleep, but he is not able to sleep. अगर थोड़ी देर आंख लग जाए तो उसको इतने बुरे बुरे सपने आ रहे हैं. He is getting so much scared because of all these bad dreams. seeing all those bad omens while awake or while sleeping. क्या क्या उसको बुरी बुरी चीजें दिख रही हैं. He is standing in front of the mirror and he is not seeing his head on the body. उसको अपना सर ही नहीं दिखाई दे रहा. आप शीशे के सामने खड़े हो, आपको अपना चेहरा ही ना दिखाई देगा तो क्या करोगे आप? भूत आ गया. अरे ये तो मैं तो खुद ही भूत बन गया. So Kansa is getting scared more and more. He is looking at his shadow. अपनी खुद की परछाई देख रहा है. परछाई के अंदर एक बड़ा छेद है. Sometime he sees somebody being sitting on the donkey and going to the south direction. गधे के ऊपर बिठा के उसको दक्षिण दिशा की ओर लेके जाया जा रहा है. Some naked person completely drenched with oil, wearing the necklace of the broken sandals. जूतों की माला पहने हुए उसको परेड निकालते हुए लेके जा रहे हैं. Sometime he is seeing the ghosts and hobgoblins embracing him. So Kamsa is seeing all these sort of bad omens, and Kamsa is getting so much scared in his heart. Could not sleep all night. और दूसरी तरफ नंद बाबा थे. नंद बाबा was also thinking what will happen. कृष्णा को बोला था कुछ नहीं करना, बाबा जाके घूम के आ जाओ. Krishna did so many things. Now what will happen? What will Kamsa do? So Nand Baba was also not able to sleep that night. जैसे तैसे रात बीती. Morning came. And Kamsa, to keep himself busy, not to show that fear on his face, Kamsa is keeping himself busy to see all those arrangements. So he got ready, and with his mantri, with his amatya, ministers, he went to that Rangshala, जहाँ पर wrestling match होने जा रहा है. So the Kamsa has prepared a big arena, like a stadium. Right? आजकल तो cricket stadium देखने को मिलता है, या football stadium, या what is baseball stadium. So that time Kamsa had prepared a nice stadium, nice Rangashala arena. All around there is sitting arrangement for people. All the residents of Mathura can come and sit there. And special arrangement for special people. Kamsa has the highest place. बड़ी सारी balcony बनाई जाती है. So Kamsa has a special place to sit that up high. And then all the other ministers and special people, they have special arrangement for their sitting. So Kamsa went and started seeing all that arrangement, and he took the nice seat in that whole stadium, Rangashala. All the ministers came, they sat there at their respective places. All the residents of Mathura came. सभी लोग शो देखने आ रहे हैं कि आज तो बड़ा रेसलिंग मैच होने जा रहा है. कंसा ने बड़े बड़े अपने रेसलर्स को, मल्ल योद्धाओं को तैयार किया है. And Krishna Balram are the chief guests. They are going to come here in assembly of Kamsa. So we will have the opportunity to see Krishna. Everybody is coming. So Krishna sent Nand Baba to come, and actually Kamsa had put his people behind Nand Baba so that Nand Baba doesn't get scared and doesn't even come here. So he's trying to convey the message, no, don't worry, whatever has happened, that's okay. Krishna killed that person. Krishna broke the bow. उसको तोड़ने के लिए रखा था, कोई बात नहीं. तोड़ दिया तो क्या हुआ. Krishna killed the soldiers because they attacked on Krishna. So ये तो योद्धाओं का खेल है. This is the match for all the Kshatriyas. In Kshatriya match, some people will die, some will be left. कोई पिटेगा, कोई पीटेगा. So what happened? That's okay. So don't worry. ऐसा नहीं है कि हम कृष्णा को कुछ पनिश करने जा रहे हैं उसके लिए. So don't get worried. So you should come. So Nand Baba, along with all the Brajbasis, he came to the assembly. And they came in front of Kamsa and gave all the offerings which they had brought. And then they were giving the seat in the stadium. Now Krishna and Balram with some other cowherd friends, they did not come yet. उन्होंने सबको भेज दिया, आप लोग जाओ, हम थोड़ा भी आते हैं आराम से. Krishna is the chief guest, right? So he is the main player now. Whoever is the main player, तो थोड़ा आराम से आते हैं, पहले स्टेडियम भर जाए अच्छे से, लोग पहुंच जाएं पहले. तो आजकल भी होता है ना, जो if we arrange a program, some nice singer is coming or some actor is coming, they come little late. Let all the audience first come. ऐसा ना हो हम पहले टाइम पे आ जाएं, अभी स्टेडियम खाली पड़ा है. So Krishna and Balram, they are coming in the back. So Krishna and Balram, they came outside of this Rangashala, and outside this Rangashala, now this elephant Kuvalya Pida is there, जिसको बाहर एंट्री पे खड़ा किया गया था कि जैसे ही कृष्ण बलराम आए उनको कुचल डालो. So this elephant keeper Mahavat, he is there standing right at the entrance. सबको तो अंदर जाने के लिए रास्ता दिया जा रहा है. So everybody is able to go inside. But as soon as Krishna and Balram came, he started putting that elephant guard, जो अंकुश होता है, उसको चुभोना शुरू किया हाथी को, उसको बिगडैल करने के लिए, कृष्ण बलराम के ऊपर उनको कुचलने के लिए. So this elephant got very angry and he started throwing his leg to step on Krishna and Balram. So Krishna, he started playing with the elephant. Krishna spoke very angrily to this elephant keeper. Hey Mahavat, हाथी को हटाओ यहाँ से, हमें रास्ता दो. And this elephant keeper also spoke angrily at Krishna. And he started his elephant to kill Krishna. He started provoking that elephant. So now Krishna started playing. Sometimes he is running here, running there. Krishna went and hid behind the leg of elephant. Elephant के हाथी के पैर के पीछे जाके ही खड़े हो गए. And this elephant is not able to see Krishna. This elephant is trying to search here and there and it got frustrated. So Krishna came out. He hold on to the tail of this elephant, कुवल्य पीड़ा. So Krishna ने उसकी हाथी को पूंछ पकड़ के उसको घुमा के पटक डाला जमीन पर. And then Krishna got on to the back. He killed that Mahavat. And then he broke those tusks of the elephant. हाथी के जो दांत थे बड़े बड़े, उसको उखाड़ लिया. And he started beating the elephant with that and killed the elephant there. So now Krishna killed that elephant Kuvalya Pida also, which was a special elephant of Kamsa. He had the strength of 1,000 elephants. And this elephant was gifted by Kamsa's father-in-law, Jarasandha. Right, at Kamsa's marriage, Jarasandha gave his two daughters Asti and Prapti to Kamsa and gifted this elephant also, because Kamsa had defeated that elephant. So Krishna killed that elephant. They took the tusk. Balram is keeping one tusk on his shoulder. Krishna is keeping another tusk on his shoulder. As Krishna had broke apart these tusks, the blood have come out and sprinkled on the face of Krishna actually. तो खून से छींटे पड़े हुए कृष्ण के मुख पर, हाथी के रंग से, खून से रंगे हुए दांत अपने कंधों पर रखते हुए they entered into the रंगशाला. Now just look at that scene. Imagine that scene if you can. Everybody is sitting in that stadium. All the Malla Yodha have already arrived. Who are the Malla? Chanur, Mushtik. What else? Shan, Toshan, Kuta. 5 wrestlers. 5 names are given in Bhagavatam. So these 5 wrestlers are there along with their trainers. जैसे होता है एक्सरसाइज करके जिम से बाहर निकलते हैं, and the gym trainer is also there. So they, all the Malla Yodhas, they came and their trainer is also with them. So they are all ready to fight in that wrestling match. So Krishna and Balram came and Kamsa saw Krishna and Balram and he was amazed seeing the broken tusk of that elephant कि उसको भी मार डाला. And Krishna is showing to Kamsa, मामा जी वही है, आपके हाथी के ही हैं जो आपने खड़ा किया था उसी के हैं. And everybody in that stadium, they saw Krishna with different mood, different bhav. What are the different moods they are exhibiting? So Shukdev Goswami describes how everybody saw Krishna. Mallanam Ashanir, Naranam Narvaraha, Istrinam Smaro Murtiman, Gopanam Swajano, अस्ताम क्षितिभुजाम शाष्टा स्वपित्रोः शिशु मृत्युर्भोजपतेर विराधा अविदुषाम तत्त्वः परमयोगिनां वृष्णिनां परदेवता इति विदितो रंगम गतः साग्रजः. So as Krishna entered along with his elder brother, iti vidito, this is how everybody saw Krishna. How? Mallanam Ashanir, जितने भी वो बड़े बड़े योद्धा थे, they saw Krishna as like a great warrior. Mallanam Ashanir. Naranam Narvaraha, all the resident, all the human beings, all the men, they saw Krishna as the best among the men. Istrinam Smaroh Murtiman, all the women, they saw Krishna as Kamdev personified, as beauty personified. Gopanam Swajano, all the Gopas who were sitting in that assembly, all the residents of Braja, they saw Krishna as their own dear relative, dear friend. Gopanam Swajano. Astam Kshitibhujam Shashta. And all the kings, all the demoniac kings who were there, they saw Krishna as their punisher, as their chastiser. And Swaha Pitruh Shishu, all the elderly people, they saw Krishna as their own child, as their own son. Mrityur Bhojapatayet, Kamsa saw Krishna as his death personified. कंसा ने कृष्ण को अपने काल के रूप में देखा. विराध अविदुषाम, and the people, Hare Krishna. So all the journal people, they saw Krishna as the universal form. All they could see is the big light. And Tattva Parama Yogina, and all the yogis who were sitting there, they saw Krishna as the Param Tattva. Vrishinam Paradevata, all the Vrishnis, they saw Krishna as their Kula Devata, as their Lord, as their Master. So this is how everybody saw Krishna when Krishna entered into the assembly. And they had different bhav towards Krishna. The same like when Lord Ramachandra entered into the assembly of Janak Maharaj. How the different people saw Lord Ramachandra? So some people saw Ramachandra as death personified. Some people saw, yogis saw Ramachandra as Param Tattva. And the women of Mithila, they saw Lord Ramachandra as beauty personified, as Kamdev personified. And Janak Maharaj, Sunaina Mata, they saw Lord Ramachandra as their own child. So elderly people they saw as their son, and all different people have different mood. जिसकी रही भावना जैसी, जिसकी जैसी जैसी भावना थी उन्होंने भगवान को उसी उसी रूप में देखा. So when Krishna entered, people started talking. They were looking at Krishna as if drinking Krishna through their eyes. They are taking Krishna inside their heart through the doors of their eyes. They are licking Krishna as if they are licking Krishna with their tongue. They are smelling Krishna with their nostrils. They are embracing Krishna with their arms. So this is how everybody is seeing, and they are reminded of different pastimes of Krishna. And they started talking among each other. All the different pastimes of Krishna, how Krishna had killed Putana, how Krishna had killed Taranavrata, how Krishna uprooted those two Arjuna trees, how Krishna killed all these various demons, how Krishna danced on the fangs of Kaliya, how Krishna killed Keshi and Arishtasura and Vyomasura and whatnot, all these different demons. So they started talking about all these pastimes of Krishna. Now as Krishna and Balaram now entered, Chanur and Mushtik, they saw Krishna as big wrestler. And Chanur spoke to Krishna. We are waiting for you here. There is a nice wrestling match arranged. Come fight with us. You are such a big warrior. We have heard about your various wonderful activities. So now come wrestle with us. And Krishna and Balaram, they are invited by Chanur Mushtika to fight. All the residents, when they heard this, they saw Krishna as a small boy. And these wrestlers are huge, like Daityas, having the strength of like 1,000 elephants. And they started talking among each other. Oh, this is very unfair. How can that be? How can that be allowed? How can these big wrestlers fight with these small boys? This should not be allowed. But as they were invited to fight, all the women, they are thinking, This is even unfair for them to fight like this, and it's unfair for us to sit here like that to see this. This is going to be big injustice, and if we keep quiet and keep sitting here, we will be part of that injustice. अगर कोई गलत हो रहा है और आप चुपचाप वहां पर बैठे रहो तो आप भी उस गलत के भागी हो. And all the women are praying, let Krishna and Balram, let them win this wrestling. Let all our austerities, the result of all austerities, go to them to help them win over these big wrestlers. So again, same scene as Lord Ramachandra entered. He was sitting there and he was asked, Vashishji asked Ramachandra, get up and break or lift up this bow. Now you go and try to lift this bow. And as Ram is walking towards that bow, so Janak Maharaj is not stopping. Mother Sunaina is thinking, what happened to the intelligence of Janak Maharaj? Janak Maharaj की बुद्धि को क्या हुआ? वो उसको रोकते क्यों नहीं? He is such a Sukumar. All these big kings, big Kshatriyas could not lift this bow. How will this small Sukumar, he will lift this bow? What happened to the intelligence of Janak Maharaj? And same way here, all these women are talking. What happened to all the intelligence of all these people? ये Kamsa क्या करने जा रहा है? He is asking these small boys to fight with these wrestlers. This is unfair. कोई उनको रोकता क्यों नहीं? And the women sitting there in the assembly of Janak Maharaj were praying, let all the result of our austerity go to Ramachandra. He be able to lift this bow so that he can marry Sita. इनका जानकी जी से विवाह हो जाए. जनक जी को तो चाहिए कि वो अपनी प्रतिज्ञा छोड़ दें और ऐसे ही जानकी के साथ उनका विवाह कर दें. And some other woman said, why you are so interested? तुम्हें ऐसा क्यों है कि इनका जानकी के साथ विवाह हो जाए? तुम्हें क्या मिलेगा? इनका जानकी जी से विवाह होगा, तुम्हें क्या मिलेगा? The other woman said, अगर इनका जानकी जी से विवाह होगा तो जानकी जी से रिश्ता जुड़ेगा तो हमारे साथ भी तो रिश्ता जुड़ेगा. उनके तो पति बनेंगे तो हमारे भी तो जीजा जी बनेंगे. And when he marries Janaki, then he will come very often to Janakpuri. एक बार यहाँ पर रिश्ता जुड़ गया जनकपुरी में, मिथिला में, तो फिर तो आना जाना लगा रहेगा. He will keep coming and we will have the opportunity to take their darshan. So like that the women of Mithila were talking. So here women of Mathura are talking same way. What happened to the intelligence of all people? They are allowing this to happen. This is injustice. We got this big unfortune that we are seeing Krishna and Balram in this situation. The gopis of Vrindavan, they were so fortunate. They were see Krishna, nicely decorated, beautiful face of Krishna, smiling face of Krishna. Krishna will play his flute. He will dance in front of gopis, and gopis will take darshan of Krishna as Krishna comes back from the forest after herding the cows. So that was their good fortune. But how unfortunate are we who have to see Krishna in this situation? So this Chanur and Mushtik, they started provoking Krishna to fight with them. So Krishna started fighting with Chanur and Balram fought with Mushtik. So दोनों का आपस में द्वंद्व युद्ध शुरू हुआ. Krishna is fighting with Chanur and Balram ji is fighting with Mushtik. So finally Krishna, with one punch, Krishna killed Chanur and Balram ji killed Mushtik, and then all the other wrestlers came. This Kuta and Shat and Toshan, they also came, and Krishna and Balram killed all those wrestlers also. Now Kamsa, he saw all the wrestlers are also dead. जो उसका आखिरी हथियार था कि पहले तो कोल्य पीड़ा के पैरों के नीचे कुचलवा के कंस को उसको कृष्ण बलराम को मारेंगे. Otherwise the wrestlers तो हैं. Then the wrestlers will kill, but now everybody is gone. So as the wrestling match is going on, Krishna killed all these wrestlers. So all the cowherd boys, they got so excited. They got so happy. They came down, जहां पर बैठे थे स्टेडियम में, तो वहां से उतर कर आए. So they came into the wrestling match and started fighting with Krishna Balram. जैसे वृंदावन में वो लोग खेलते थे ना आपस में wrestling करना, they will do wrestling. So They will make two teams and they're wrestling with each other, and they will get onto the back of Krishna and defeat Krishna. So here, all these, when Krishna and Balaram had killed these big wrestlers, these simple cowherd boys came, Gopal Bal, and they started fighting with Krishna and Balaram, and they defeated Krishna Balaram, and Kamsa is sitting there and thinking, what is this? Krishna Balaram who killed my big wrestler, ये जो साधारण ग्वाल बल है ये तो उनको भी हरा दिया. So now what will happen to me? So Kamsa was very upset and he was very fearful. He got up from his seat, took out his sword and took his shield, and he called out all his soldiers, Pakado, Maro, everybody attack. And all the Vrishnis, Akarura and all the ministers actually who are Vasudev's friend actually, now they are on side of Krishna. So they all took their weapons and they started fighting with the soldiers of Kamsa, the who are on the favor of Kamsa. So they started fighting with them. And Krishna, all of a sudden, he jumped onto the upper balcony where Kamsa was sitting. And he kind of held on to the hand of Kamsa and threw him into the wrestling arena from there. तो कंसा को वहां से ऊपर से उठा के नीचे पटक दिया रेसलिंग मैच में, रेसलिंग अरीना में. एंड देन कृष्णा जंप्ड ओवर देयर. He sat on to the chest of Kamsa. कृष्णा क्या हुआ, कंसा की छाती पर चढ़कर बैठ गया और घूंसे पे घूंसे मारने लगे कंसा को. Held on to the hair of Kamsa and dragged him. So जैसे ही कृष्णा, he threw him actually from the top that balcony, from that attire onto this wrestling arena. Kamsa was half dead. Then Krishna jumped onto his chest and started beating him. Kamsa was already dead. And then Krishna held on to hair of Kamsa and started dragging him in that wrestling arena to show no need to worry anymore. Kamsa is already dead. And everybody started doing Jai Jaikar. How do you Jai Jaikar? Krishna Balram ki jai, Krishna Balram ki jai, Krishna Balram ki jai. So everybody was doing this Jai Jaikar. So the news went all Krishna. He said, first I need to do the other task. I need to free my parents from the prison house. So Krishna went inside the prison house, released Ugrasena, released Vasudeva and Devaki. And Vasudeva and Devaki, as they saw Krishna, now they have seen Krishna after a decade, right? More than 10 years. Just on the first day when Krishna appeared, that was the first time they took darshan. And now after that, Krishna was sent to the house of Nanda Maharaj. So after more than 10 years, now Krishna is standing in front of them. And they had heard about all the different glories, the pastimes of Krishna. So first, Krishna, Vasudeva and Devaki were in the mood of awe and reverence. Aishwarya Bhav mein the. They were thinking Krishna, he is God. And they were standing there kind of folding hands. And Krishna did not like that. That my parents, they're standing in front of me like that. But Krishna started speaking to Vasudeva and Devaki. My dear father, my dear mother, please forgive me. All these years I could not serve you. So Krishna started speaking sweetly to them and arose that mood of Vatsalya in the heart of Vasudeva and Devaki. So they got that Vatsalya Bhav and embraced Krishna. So that is Krishna's Mathura Leela, Krishna killing Kamsa. After that, many pastime happened. Krishna established Ugrasena as the king of Mathura. He did not become himself as the king. Established Ugrasena as the king. And then later Krishna was sent to the ashram of Sandipani Muni to get education. So Krishna came from Vrindavan on the pretext that I will go for one day and come back. But after that Krishna never went back. So one day, 2 days passed and then Krishna told Nanda Maharaj that you should go back. With all the other Brajbasis, you please go back and I will come later. So समझा बुझा के नंद महाराज को वापस भेजा. And then Krishna was sent to the ashram of Sandipani Muni. In 64 days, Krishna mastered 64 different arts, different field of education. Silai, Kadhai, Budai, Rangai, engineering, medical, everything Krishna mastered 64 days, all the fields of education, just in 64 days. And as Krishna was gone, Jarasandha, After Kamsa was killed, Jarasandh gathered his army and he was attacking on Mathura. So by the time Jarasandh reached Mathura, Krishna finished his studies and came just in time to fight with Jarasandh. So he defeated the army of Jarasandh, just left Jarasandh. He did not kill Jarasandh. Krishna thought, I have come in this world to relieve the burden of earth. Why I need to wander here and there finding all these demonic people? Let Jarasandh go back, collect all these demons and come back again. So 16 times, 17 times Jarasandh gathered his army every time and again attacked on Mathura. Krishna defeated, killed the whole army, left Jarasandh. And then 18th time when Jarasandh attacked, now Krishna, he wanted to wind up his Mathura Leela, go to Dwarika. So Krishna advised Ugrasena, why all this bloodshed? Let's leave Mathura and go to Dwarika, establish a different city. So then Krishna prepared a new city, Dwarika, in the middle of the ocean, which is now considered in Dwarika in Gujarat, right? So Dwarika is there, which is submerged in the waters of ocean. So Krishna established that Dwarika and transported everybody from Mathura into Dwarika while they were sleeping. So रात को सोते सोते उनको सबको मथुरा से द्वारिका में शिफ्ट कर दिया. Slept in Mathura. When they got up in the morning, they saw we are in a different place. तो सबको अपने घरों सहित पूरा सब उठा के पूरा उनको सब नए घरों में शिफ्ट कर दिया. Who can do that? Only Krishna can do that. आप लोगों को एक घर से दूसरे घर पे शिफ्ट करना हो तो कितनी मारामारी लगती है. महीना लग जाता है दूसरे घर पे सेटल होने में. So Krishna settled everybody. Now this city is completely guarded by the water. Nobody can come. And Jarasandh felt, now finally, after getting defeated 17 times, finally I got victory. So Jarasandh was giving a coaching classes, kind of motivational. He became a motivational speaker. So he was a coach for Shishupal. See, look at me. I got defeated 17 times. Finally I got victory. You should learn from me. This is sometimes this is how the motivational speaker, right? This is, see, we struggled so much in life and now we are so successful. You should learn from our life. It's a false victory. Jarasandh is becoming proud of that. And then Krishna did so many other leelas. Wonderful leela of a Shamatak jewel. He was blamed of stealing that Shamatak jewel. So Krishna, to relieve himself from that blame, Krishna personally went into the forest and relieved that Shamatak jewel and got another new wife also. Who is that? Jambavati. So that is the pastime of Shamatak jewel. Krishna, so first Krishna married Rukmani and Krishna got Jambavati during this Shamatak jewel, and in that same Leela Krishna got another wife at Satyabhama also. Because the person who had blamed on Krishna for stealing this Shamatak jewel, which was not done by Krishna, so he was very ashamed. Now he thought, I should gift something. So I should gift my daughter to Krishna. So he gifted his daughter. Please accept her as your wife. And like that, Krishna married so many other women, whoever were desiring to marry Krishna. And then of course the war of Kurukshetra happened, where Krishna spoke this knowledge of Bhagavad Gita. And at the war of Kurukshetra, how old was Krishna? So generally we say about 100 years, but you know what is the actual age of Krishna at the time of Kurukshetra war? No, Krishna lived in this world for 125 years before winding up his Leela. At the time of Kurukshetra war, how old was he? No. So after Kurukshetra war, when Maharaj Yudhishthir became the ruler, how many years Maharaj Yudhishthir ruled? About 36 years. So Maharaj Yudhishthir ruled for about 36 years. So Krishna was there till that time. And Krishna lived for 125 years. So 125 minus 36, you can calculate. 89. So that was the precise age of Krishna, approximately 89, 90. So that was the age of Krishna at the time of Kurukshetra war. But Krishna was looking like a 16-year-old boy. So we covered in detail the pastimes of Krishna from the birth till killing of Kamsa. All the other pastime detail we'll cover maybe some other time in some other Krishna Katha series. ग्रंथ श्रीमद् भागवतम की जय, कृष्णचंद्र भगवान की जय, श्रील प्रभुपाद की जय, अनंत कोटि वैष्णव वृंद की जय. Hare Krishna. Any questions, comments? Yes, bro.
Probably when Krishna was leaving Vrindavan, why did he mislead Nand Maharaj?
Mislead?
Because he had said, he knew why he was going.
Hmm.
Last time was there. But when Nand Maharaj tells him that do not go any mischief, he said, no, I'm not going to mischief. So why did he mislead?
It's not misleading. That's Krishna's nature, naughty nature, right? In house also, Nanda Baba and Mother Yashoda tell Krishna, don't do that, don't do this. Krishna does his pastime, which is pleasing to others, right? To give pleasure to others. So all this pastime, what has happened, Krishna is unwinding his Leela, what is the ultimate purpose, why Krishna has come here. So already giving the hints to Kamsa. Start counting. Right? Now it's not days, it's hours and minutes and seconds left now. So no more days. So Krishna is giving indication. So his Leelas are that purpose.
So from that perspective, I mean, almost everybody knew, including Kamsa, that this is it. Krishna is going to kill Kamsa in this visit. So why would Nand Maharaj get bewildered? Why did he spend a sleepless night? Why would
That
he
is
be
just the
concerned?
fatherly affection. Because of his fatherly affection towards Krishna, he is worried what will happen. Kamsa is so powerful. He is a so cruel king. He has subdued everybody. He has controlled everybody. So what he is going to do with Krishna? Even though in his heart he know Krishna के birth पे जब नामकरण हुआ, everything was told, right? Krishna is going to relieve everybody from all the troubles. But still, because of their fatherly affection, he is always concerned about the safety of Krishna.
From the same perspective, from a child's angle, should he not have assured his parent that do not worry?
Yeah, he keep telling, do not worry. Right? बच्चे तो बोलते हैं ना, चिंता मत करो, हम खेल रहे हैं. पिताजी को चिंता रहती है, अरे सड़क क्रॉस ध्यान से करो, हाथ पकड़ कर करो. बच्चा बोलता है, I am now grown up, I can take care of myself. But because parents have that much affection, they are always worried. Even your father may be still worried about you. Right?
God bless his soul.
So, generally I'm saying the parents are still concerned about the well-being of their children. But पेरेंट्स के लिए उनके बच्चे हमेशा बच्चे रहते हैं, चाहे वो बूढ़े भी हो जाए. राइट? और 40, 50, 60 साल के हो गए, उनके पेरेंट्स जो 80, 90 साल के, उनके लिए वो भी बच्चे हैं. दे स्टिल थिंकिंग अबाउट द वेलफेयर ऑफ देयर चाइल्ड.